In this screencast, I'm going to show you how to create a video utilizing iMovie on the iPad. And when you initially get into iMovie, you probably have a dashboard of projects here. I'm going to just go into one that I've already created, but you can create a new one with this plus sign. You do get two options, but with that plus sign, one is going to be an option for custom movies that you can create, and then one is going to be for trailers. You're literally, like it says, following a template. It's already created the tone for you, the music. You don't get a lot of options with it, just be aware of that, but there are some different cool templates built in. But we're going to look at iMovie, the movie portion, of course, today, and the features built in. So I'm going to go into a movie that I've already kind of started just randomly to show you the features built into it. And you'll notice right off the bat, over this picture, there's a little bit of text, a little bit of animation with that text, and what that is called a title. So any picture or video you're actually working with, you're going to want to tap on it and it will be highlighted in yellow. That's how you will know that you're working with that picture or image or video. So when I tapped on it, at the bottom here, I get a little dashboard of options. You have a few less than with video, but you'll notice that this titles option here, when I click on that, I'm utilizing the focus title, and that's what it's going to do to my text. I can choose some other ones like gravity reveal, and it'll play with the text that way. And I also have the option to either center it, which it is currently right now, or it could be in the lower portion of the video, depending on what you're looking for any of those titles. So that's how you add a title to a picture or a video itself. So kind of nice. And then I also, with an image or video, have the option down here to adjust a filter on it. So currently there is no filter. I can make it black and white if I want. I can do something a little bit crazier, make it vintage. Okay. And then if I click on actions for an image, I only get the option to duplicate it. If I click on actions for a video, I can actually split up the video a little bit more, adjust the volume, adjust the speed. So there's some more features within a video down here when you are when you're messing with video specifically. Now, from image to image or image to video or video to video, there is the option to add a transition between. So if I tap on the little triangles right in the center here, you'll notice that at the bottom now, I have some options for transitioning, so I can have it fade out. Maybe I'll do that. It's going to take a second to fade out. Maybe I don't need it to be that long. Maybe I only want it to be a half-second fade from one to the next. So you can kind of adjust that a little bit. All right. And this next portion, notice there's a video overlay on top of this picture. So it's actually called picture in picture. And this is where you're going to be able to either do picture in picture, you could do split screen. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second here. Okay. So if I even take this, we'll delete it so that you can see me add it back in. I'm going to tap this image, and then I'm going to come up here to the plus sign. This plus sign in the upper right hand corner is also how you add images. It's how you add video to your movie. And so when I click that plus sign, I'm going to go right to video because I know I want a video overlay, and then go right into my camera roll, and we'll find the random 15 seconds of a fire that I have. And when I tap on that, I get a little bar that comes up. I can play it to see if, is that the clip I actually want? Yes or no. I can add it to the end of my movie and drag it around within the timeline, or with the three dots right here, I get some options. And here's where I have the option for picture in picture, which is what I'm going to choose. Notice it picks the location wherever this white bar is or was. So it's going to put it there. All right. I can adjust it if I was like, I don't want it to actually show up until that point. Notice by default, the audio on the video clip is actually off. There's like a little microphone right there with a line through it, and I can adjust that down at the bottom if I wanted there to be sound. Okay, same thing, I get all the options down here. I can adjust speed, the filters, the actions to actually split the clip if I wanted to do that. Okay, but right now, so you can see, it's going to overlay on top of that picture. A couple other things that's kind of nice is when I click on the video itself, so making sure that's highlighted in yellow, a little bar, a little menu, vertical menu kind of popped up here. I'm going to click on these crossbars here, and now I can actually drag this around. I can pinch or zoom it so that it's not over someone's face or something important on the image or the video itself that I might have overlaid it on. Okay, so be aware of that too. All right, all nice features. That is the main thing, the main features built in for video and pictures. But do be aware, like I've only pulled stuff from my camera roll. If you want to take live video or an image right from here, you can click on this camera icon, or you can click on the little microphone and actually narrate over the entire video. So be aware that that's all built in. You don't have to actually do it separately from your camera roll. That covers all of images and video itself, but now you do have the option that you can add soundtrack, so music that's built into iMovie, and then you can also add sound effects by coming up here to the plus sign. Coming down where it has media, you're going to actually click on audio, and then you can tap soundtracks, and you can see there's a really lengthy list of options for soundtracks. If I were to add one or just preview it, decide that I like it, I'll tap that plus sign, and notice it's going to overlay it on top of the entire video. If you don't want it to be over the course of the whole video, you can tap on it and adjust this setting right here. Instead of foreground, tap background. And now I can adjust it and say, you know what, I don't want this music to actually start until after that sound effect, that previous sound effect. And that will enable you to kind of customize the tone of your video and add different soundtracks in separate places. So be aware of that. And if I come up here, I click back or I tap back to soundtrack and go to sound effects. Again, you've got a super long list of sound effects that you can add as well. All right, so that kind of covers all the features. When you're finished, you're going to click your tap done in the upper left-hand corner. And you can change just by tapping the title. You can change the title right here and edit that. And then you get the share link in the bottom middle. Now be aware, I would highly recommend you save the video. This will go to your camera roll and then you can do what you want with it. It'll compress it. And when I tap save video, notice my options. I don't recommend doing anything HD or 4K because the file size is going to be pretty big. It's going to take a long time to process. It's going to take a long time to share out. So I would recommend doing small and at the most medium, just so that it's a faster share or upload speed for you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself. This is Mrs. Dagus, and good luck.